Yo, what is going on, everyone? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of flipping 100 mil to 1 billion GP. And in this episode, we're starting with 136 mil, hoping to make some big gains today and get that cash stack to around 150 mil. Let's hop over to the Grand Exchange and get started. After somewhat rocky ending to the last episode, with the past 3 nights being really tough for flips, I'm hoping that we can get back on a lucky streak and make some great gains. I'm going to go ahead and, as usual, set my overnight flips, going to focus on some of that high volume gear, but also flip some high volume items as well. We'll keep it really balanced to start the episode. Alright, here is our first round of overnight flips, a great mix of some gear related items and a lot of high volume stuff that I flipped in the past that I know works pretty well. We're going for the oak planks again, the rings of recoil, always a consistent one for us, and of course the Carol's leather tops and Aram's robe tops. Now, the only 2 items that I think are new to the series are the air orbs and the Ranar seeds. The air orbs are a really good high volume flip, and I'm actually surprised that I haven't thought of using this one yet. And the Ranar seeds are a little bit more volatile, a little bit trickier to flip, but definitely worth a bit more for your stack. And we're back. It is the next morning, and we did have a fair amount of success buying stuff overnight. The air orbs, Carol's leather tops, house teleports, and basically all the rings of recoil have bought. They're actually still buying as we speak. We also had some oak planks coming through, which are looking pretty profitable for their normal margins. We'll cancel what we didn't buy, and we'll list everything that we did buy back on the exchange, and I'll keep you guys updated on the profits. We already sold off the oak planks for a 78k profit, so that was a really nice, easy, solid flip. I do think everything else we have on here is going to sell as well as the day goes on. I listed them near their daily highs, so there shouldn't be too many problems getting these liquidated. Also, those air orbs that just started selling are making us like 70 GP per air orb. That is going to be a bank flip. We're back, and most of the flips have finished. I'm happy to report that we made about 1.6 mil on the overnight flips, which is crazy. We almost made $1 million on the air orbs alone, 940k in profit on those, averaging 42 GP each after tax. That is a 3.1% ROI. That is an insane flip, the best we've had the entire series. Also wanted to point out that the Carol's leather tops actually made us 371k, so we made a lot of money there as well. The only downside I'm looking at right now is the rings of recoil not doing very well for us. They're down about 50 GP or so from where we originally bought, which means we are kind of in the hole to sell these. I'm thinking of buying a couple more to average down on the flip and see if we can get lucky overnight. Setting a couple of extra flips to do over the next 3 to 4 hours. Hopefully they will buy up, I can sell them before bed, and then get another set of overnight flips in. Our short-term flips didn't do too much, but we did sell some sharks for a good amount of profit. I think we got 70k on those, and the teleport to houses finished selling as well. We also picked up a few more rings of recoil for 666 GP each. We're going to look to sell those back with the rest of our rings of recoil at around 730 each. I'm going to cancel everything else we have and set some overnight flips. That way we can seek a little bit more profit over the next 8 or 9 hours. The overnight flips are set. We have 2 sets of potions going, a new item, the looting bags. I think these will do actually pretty decent overnight. I think I can get like 3.5k for each, which means we could look at about a 500k profit on just what we have listed here. Also doing the mahogany logs, which are not a new flip to me. They're just looking really cheap right now. Think we can get about 10 GP each on those, and that's after tax. We're back, and I do have to say it has been a couple of days. I got really sick and didn't feel like recording, and I had to move into a new apartment. But that being said, we are back on the old PC setup, so we shouldn't have any more audio issues going forward. Anyway, we've got a bunch of flips here. I took a brief look at them before starting this clip. I know we're down really bad on the Saradomin brews. That could be a big money sink right there, but the Trident of the Seas is looking pretty good, and we did make some some good money on those Rings of Recoil as well. So we're kind of in this intermediate period right now. Collect everything, sell it back, and honestly, I have my fingers crossed that we'll turn at least a decent profit. Good news is that everything that we had made a profit, and the Trident of the Seas looks like it's going to be a really good profit at about a million GP, so we got really lucky on those. The looting bag notes, I think we're going to make about 1k each on those, so hopefully a 120k profit at least. But the only item that's treating us badly is the Saradomin Bruise. Now, this is probably going to be a 1.4 mil loss, and that is if we sell at this level of 8.6k each, which currently they're trading at about 8.5k. We did buy these at 9.3k, so really not a great story on there. That is what happens when you're a lazy flipper and you don't check up on your offers enough. That being said, though, it's not going to put us in a big hole because we did make some decent profit on this other stuff, so we can just kind of shrug it off. While we wait for all of this other stuff to sell, I'm just going to do a few very safe flips. The Nature Runes, Sharks, Mana Rays, Cook Karambwans, and Amethyst Darts are super consistently traded items, and those Nature Runes should really make us an easy profit. We've had a bunch of flips go through. All of the looting bag notes sold for about a 400k profit. We also got the Trident of the Seas off for a 980k profit. Really awesome. We made decent money on the Cook Karambwans. We flipped the Dragon Pickaxes a couple of times here for about a total of a 100k profit. And we flipped some Nature Runes for about 50k. We did get out of the Saradomin Bruise as well for about a 1.4 mil loss, which really is not too bad. And I'm actually happy to announce that these Cactus Spines are currently selling for 574 each. So we're going to list at 573 and just sell those off and collect that profit. While we're waiting for the Cactus Spines to sell, I'm actually flipping some really easy consistent items such as the Zulrah Scales, the Revenant Ether, and a lot of high volume stuff, and we're actually smacking some really good margins on it. We currently have a 7 GP margin on the Blood Runes, which is really good, and these Zulrah Scales are looking like a 4 or 5 GP margin, so things are looking really good right now, just taking it slow and bringing in that cash. Our handful of flips ended up working out. The only one that has not worked is the Amethyst Arrows, but if we sell them off right now for 223 GP each, we still will be making a profit on those, so I'm not upset about that. We'll probably dump these for 223 each, and we'll get out of that flip. 50k on the Amethyst Arrows, 250k on the Green Dragon Leather, which was really great, and 125k on the Blood Runes, as well as 270k on the Cactus Spines. Really good set of flips there. We have 140 mil in the stack now, and it is time to set some overnights. The overnight flips are set. We haven't flipped the Dagon High Rowbottoms successfully in this series yet, so I'm going to try to flip 3 of them overnight tonight. It looks like the only 2 flips that went our way last night were the Aram's Rope Tops and the Manta Rays. Nothing else bought, so I'm going to cancel these offers and put in some new items to flip during the day. There is a pretty simple spread of flips, and I think we'll hit at least half of them, so we'll leave this for a few hours. We'll come back, we'll sell it, and hopefully get some more cash. As I expected, most of our flips look like they're going to work out for us. We had 5 items buy here, so I'm going to turn around and sell them. We also had the Rune Darts, which bought about half of the quantity we were looking for. Anyway, I'm going to sell everything back, maybe adjust the Aram's Rope Tops as well, as they did not sell throughout the day. A lot of the items that I thought were guaranteed lock profits actually downtrended on us, that being the Mahogany Logs and the Toxic Blowpipes. Currently in the hole for both of those, but hopefully they will actually recover for us. The Toxic Blowpipes, probably the more concerning of the 2 items there. Anyway, though, we made a good amount of money on those Manta Rays as well. 190k on that quantity. 10k Manta Rays flipped. Really good margins across those. And our offers have sold, and we also picked up some Blood Runes as well, which is a really solid buy on those, 219 GP each. We're definitely going to check if we can sell those for a profit. Anyway, we'll collect all of our profits here, and I'll report back with how much we've made. We made a really good spread of profit, 195k on the Purple Sweets, and 190k on the Manta Rays, and 133k on the Rune Darts. and 120k on the toxic staffs as well. The blood runes are going to make us a solid amount, and these blowpipes should sell off within the next 12 hours or so. Things have taken a while this episode. The profits haven't been crazy, but we have been making consistent gains. All of the blood runes sold for 226 GP each, which means we made 250k total on the blood runes. That is a really solid flip, guys. I'm happy we listed that overnight, and we got those sold off. Easy high volume flip. Also, these toxic blowpipes, we can sell these for about break even, so I think I'm going to take break even on these, considering we've had them listed for over 24 hours and we still haven't sold any of them. I ended up miscalculating actually, and it looks like that the toxic blowpipes actually lost money for us. We lost about 193k on them, but it's really not a huge deal. We still made a lot of profit over the day, although that did not go too well for us. I'm going to set some more flips, and we'll see how we can do on another round of overnight flipping. And here's our spread of overnight flips. I kind of went for items I know we've had a lot of success with, and one item that we haven't yet, and that is the Ceridome and Bruise. So hopefully we can flip those around for around a 300k profit. Everything else, I have my fingers crossed it's going to work out for us. Let's hope for the best. It is the next morning, and it looks like we've had some okay luck overnight. We had 4 of our 6 items buy at least some of the quantity. We'll turn these around on the Grand Exchange and see what kind of profit we're looking at. Now that is my absolute favorite site on the Grand Exchange. All of our items have sold. We made 240k on the Sharks, 307k on the Manta Rays, 220k on the Amethyst Arrows, which is a lot better than I usually do on those, and 406k on the Toxic Staves, 100k each on those. And when we collect it all, we'll have a total of 142.8 mil in the cash stack. We're going to do some very casual active flips in the meantime, try to get a little bit more cash. That way we can post a solid return for this episode. Things in this episode so far have been going very mixed so far. We have been making profit, but not a ton, and it's been pretty inconsistent. That's why I want to do a few active flips, hit that consistent flipping streak, and make some money. Super simple active session so far. The prayer potions are selling, and we did sell a few of the amulets of torture as well, but we didn't make too much on there. I think about 60k total. Anyway, prayer potions should make us 150k when they finish. I'll keep everything active here, and we'll see how much we can make. Another set of flips through and finished. The Ancient Godsword, we only ended up making about 57k on that. It started to crash, and I wanted to make sure we could get out of the flip, considering it is 58.6 mil, and that is a sizable portion of our cash stack. Everything else was less than a 100k profit. Still pretty happy about it though. Here are the overnights we have listed for tonight. This will be our last set of flips for the episode. I'm hoping for something good. These Dragon Dart tips, if they hit, will be a huge profit, and we are trying out some new items as well, such as the Infinity Boots. Anyway, wish me luck. It's the next morning. It looks like we did have some good luck overnight, which I'm very, very happy about. I'm going to turn around and sell everything, and we'll see how much we made in profit. This might be our best night we've ever had. Everything sold, really good profits all around. We made 630k on the Blighted Super Restores, that absolutely crushed, and also 624k on the Green Dragon Leather. Both of those flips carried us for the majority of our profits. We had a couple good other flips as well though, 240k on the Dragon Darts and about 220k on the Amethyst Darts as well. And that was honestly really, really nice. So we're going to collect that, and we're going to see our cash stack at 145 mil. Now that is going to wrap up the episode today. We are at 145 mil in profit, which means I think we made about 9 mil this episode, which is honestly some very solid gains. By the way, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, please do drop a like, and if you're not with us on our Discord group, there is a link in the description below for that as well. It is a Discord dedicated to teaching people how to flip with any amount of cash. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.